Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Canny Crystals, the podcast. I hope that you're all well. This week I am coming to you live and direct from Northern Ireland. Yes, I'm at Johnny's dad's house at the moment, which is just outside of Belfast in a little city called Lisburn. We've brought baby over to meet Johnny's dad and granny, who is 98 by the way, good genes. So yes, top of the morning to you all. This is the first time that I've actually been away from home overnight since, let me think, I think it's probably December. So it feels very, very weird. And it's one thing flying to Northern Ireland, but flying with a baby, that was an experience that I'll never forget. I've never known stress like it, honestly. Checking that you've got enough nappies, milk and clothes to get you through the airport, but also fearing for your life that you've forgotten something that you're going to need. And then having to order a travel cot along with lots of accessories and other vital things to arrive as his dad's before we got there, just to ensure we had everything to see us through the weekend. Oh my god, my head was about to pop. But we coped, we managed, and we're here. One thing that I do want to mention before we carry on with this episode, last week's episode, I had a couple of people message saying, "Ma, are you okay? Your voice sounds totally weird." I did mention at the start of the episode what had happened, but I'll go into it in a bit more detail here. So basically, the first time that I tried to get Georgie on the podcast, we had to cancel because there was something going on in my part. The second time, Georgie was really unwell, so we had to cancel again. And then the third time, I plugged in my microphone, and as I put the wire in the bottom of the microphone, the whole bottom just dropped out. Literally dropped out onto my dining table. And I was like, is this episode cursed or something? Anyway, what I had to do is I had to record the interview with Georgie, and then I had to go back in afterwards and re-record all the questions on the new microphone once it came the next day. Oh my god. So it took forever to edit, and then our voices sounded totally different. So I thought, I wonder if there's like some AI or something that you can run this audio through and it will like clean it all up and, you know, make it sound studio quality. And I did that, and I put it all through that. And then when I uploaded it and listened to it back in my car, because people were like messaging us saying, "Mark, you sound like a robot," I was like, oh my god, I actually do sound like a robot. So I deeply apologise for anyone who thought that I was a robot last week. It was in fact me. It was just I'd put it through AI. But yeah, don't even ask. How are you lot anyway? Last weekend was just glorious weather, by the way, wasn't it? I'm definitely a sunshine person as opposed to a wind or a rain person. I mean, does anyone actually like the wind or rain? You know what I mean. But the sun just makes me so happy. Now, I was lucky enough to have a few hours spare last Saturday. Who would have known? So we sat in the garden and I just popped some music on really quietly, and I actually fell asleep in the sun. Not my finest moment because I had my legs crossed. So one of them now just has a band of white across the front of my shin. Oh, but it was just so nice to just relax and soak up that vitamin D. And naturally, I had with me not all of my crystals, but I think probably the vast majority out on the patio, all charging away. And it just made me think, like, God, I'm such a loser. You know what I mean? But no, not really. I just thought, you know, how nice would it be to have someone here right now to talk to about all these crystals? Or just to even meditate with together. Because although Johnny, my partner, he doesn't really believe in the law of attraction or crystal healing or manifestation. I mean, despite all he's seen me accomplish, might I add, he doesn't turn his nose up at it or anything like that. He just lets us get on with it. And if I'm sat here going, you know, guess what I manifested today? Or look at this beautiful new crystal, he kind of just looks back at me with a blank expression. I think most partners do that though, don't they? In fact, a couple of months ago, when I was placing an order with one of the mines that we work with, I saw that they had some Darth Vader heads made from howlite. And being the Star Wars nut that he is, I thought, you know, I'm going to win the Best Boyfriend award for buying him it. So when it arrived, I ran upstairs into his office and I was like, look at this crystal. It's howlite, so it's going to stop you getting anxious or stressed from work. It'll help you sleep at night. And look, it's Star Wars. And he just kind of looked at me and went, oh, thanks. And put it up on his shelf. He couldn't care less. So I thought I'd have a little look online because a few of my friends locally have done like, you know, like little women's circles and things like that where like-minded people will meet up and have a coffee. They'll pull some tarot cards, you know, that kind of thing. Now, my friend Josie even does hers, but that's more fitness and wellness inspired. So I thought rather than me encroach on a women's safe space, was there anything out there for me? And you know what? I couldn't find a thing. It made me quite sad actually, and I thought, maybe I could start my own. Not sure where I think I'll find the time from, but I thought maybe it's something that I can look forward to in the future, and I could maybe set that up then. But anyway, flash forward, that was on the Saturday. When I woke up on the Sunday, I had a lovely email from one of you lovely listeners. Shout out to Carla if she's listening. And she invited me to an in-person full moon meetup early on Wednesday morning. And when I say early, I mean 4:30 a.m. down by the coast, just to watch the sunrise, do a little yoga, sit and meditate with crystals, be talked through a guided visualization, do a little gratitude journaling, and then have a little chat afterwards. I couldn't believe it. I even told Johnny that I'd manifested that and he still didn't believe us. So Wednesday morning, my alarm went off at about 3:30 a.m. and I had a shower, I got myself up, had a quick coffee because I was absolutely zombie mode, and off I went to the coast. And to be totally honest with you all here, it was bliss. It was absolute bliss. I can't put it any other way. I don't think I've ever felt that good about a 3:30 a.m. start since, I think it was the night before me and Fran went on that cruise. And that was only because I knew we were off around the Med for a week. So anyway, we watched the sun come up. I took a handful of me crystals with us, obviously. I had me Moldavite in tow, and it was just so nice. There was only 7 of us there in total. She had a little fire going in this big metal bowl to keep us warm because, I'll be honest, it was a little nippy. One of the girls was an absolute psycho that was there though. She got down to her bikini and even went for a little cold water dip at 5 a.m. I mean, I was game for everything, but not that. Jesus Christ. No one wants to see my button mushroom at 5 a.m. But driving home afterwards, I felt such a sense of calm, such a sense of connectedness with the earth, and kind of like this real sense of clarity in my mind. I felt like I knew where I wanted to take my business. I felt like I knew where I wanted to be in 5 years' time. I felt like I knew the answer to every single question that I'd ever had about my life. I can't explain it. It was just so surreal. And it's one thing to manifest as a group online, like in my Manifest with Mark membership, for example, on the Academy. But it's another to actually be there face to face with people. Through the visualization, we all held hands. And I can't even describe this, and you're going to think that I'm a weirdo here. But it kind of felt that we were all one energy and that the magic was running through me left hand, into me body, and then back into the next person holding me right hand. So group manifestation basically just leverages that collective energy, that intention, and, that focus of multiple people to achieve that common goal. So when people come together with a shared purpose, their combined efforts can amplify the manifestation process, and that's going to lead to more significant and faster results. So obviously the first benefit is having that amplified energy and intention. And I actually wrote down some benefits. I'm just getting my notepad out here. I actually wrote down on a little notepad, there it is, on my notepad, the benefits that I actually felt once I got home. So obviously, like I say, the first one is having that amplified energy and intention. So when people come together to manifest a goal, their collective energy creates a bit of a powerful force. So every single person's intention is going to add to that group's overall energy, and that's going to make the manifestation process more robust. And it's that amplified energy that can break through those barriers that might be harder for someone that's just working on their own. Now, the second thing that I wrote down was having an enhanced belief and faith. So I've believed and trusted in the law of attraction for almost 5 years now. And it was all since having that moment of realization after me granddad passed in 2019. But being around other people that wholeheartedly believe in it too, it made me realize that I'm not alone. So just hearing people's stories of what they've manifested, honestly, that was so magical for me. In fact, I remember the first time that I met Fran from Law of Attraction Changed My Life. It's almost 3 years ago now. I rocked up at her house to record a podcast with her, and afterwards we sat in her living room on a couch, and she turned to me and she said, "Do you believe in the law of attraction then? Because I do, but sometimes I feel a bit silly admitting it, but there's no denying what I've manifested." And I remember looking at her thinking, are you for real? Like, of course I believe in the law of attraction. And I remember specifically saying to her, it's so nice just to be around someone else who believes in it and, who talks about it so openly. And I honestly think that's how, like, me and Fran got so friendly, because it was like a shared belief and a shared faith that we had. And that's one of the benefits, like I say, of having my little Manifest with Mark community, because we all big each other up. We all celebrate each other's wins, whilst all believing that we can truly achieve our end goals at the same time. So being part of a group can kind of bolster each member's belief in the possibility of achieving the goal. And witnessing others' commitment and their enthusiasm, that's going to strengthen our faith in the manifestation process. And that collective belief is crucial. As belief is a foundational element in the law of attraction and manifestation. We've got to be able to believe it internally. So the third thing that I noted in my notepad about being in that group while sat on the beach was the support and the accountability that I received from others. So I'd never met any of them before. And one of the women asked where I wanted to be in 5 years' time. And when I told her, it was like, when someone asks you a question and they say to you, tell me the first thing that comes to mind when I ask you this. And you just like, blah, 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 blah. It was like that. It was like total word vomit coming out of my mouth. And when I told her, she held me accountable by asking, so what one action are you going to take today to ensure that you arrive in 5 years' time in that position? Now, this is a question that I often ask my members toward the ends of our live calls, but this time it stumped me. I thought, well, what action am I going to take? So when I got home, I made a list of everything that I wanted to achieve and everything that I told her in this word vomit. And for every single thing, I wrote down one actionable step that I could take the same day. And it felt incredible taking those first baby steps towards my future. So taking baby steps, obviously, towards a bigger goal, that's an essential strategy for achieving long-term success, because when we break down kind of a daunting objective into manageable smaller tasks, we can make more consistent progress without feeling too overwhelmed. Because every single small step, it's going to build momentum, it's going to foster confidence, and it's going to create a sense of accomplishment. And that's going to make the larger goal seem more attainable to us. And that approach also allows for the flexibility to adjust plans as needed, ensuring that progress continues even when we're faced with challenges. So embracing baby steps also encourages perseverance, persistence, and ultimately leads you to the successful realization of that larger goal. And the support that I got from that group just really lifted me up, because group manifestation, it really provides a support system where people can encourage people and where we can motivate each other. And that support is invaluable, especially when we might be facing challenges or doubts. But the group can hold each member accountable, and we can ensure that everyone stays committed to their manifestation practices and goals. And that was something that I absolutely loved, sitting there on that beach with them talking about. The fourth thing that I noted was that each person there had a really diverse perspective and different skills. Now, I know we're all diverse beings and stuff like that, but a group brings together people with all these different backgrounds, all these different perspectives and skills, and that diversity can lead to creative solutions and innovative approaches to overcoming obstacles, because every single member can contribute unique insights, and that's going to enhance the group's overall manifestation strategy. So something that I wanted to achieve, one of the other ladies there said to me at the end, "Oh, I just did that last year." And then she was able to give me advice on how she did it from her perspective. So that was amazing as well, because I was like, I can take all this on board for my business. And the fifth thing on my list that I journaled afterwards was all about the synergy and collective wisdom in the group. Because the synergy that is created by a group's collective wisdom can be so powerful. As everyone shared their experiences, their knowledge and their insights, the group used that to tap into a higher level of understanding and effectiveness. And it's that collective wisdom that helped to guide the group towards more efficient and effective manifestation practice. What I did love about that meetup, though, the most was the emotional and mental support. Because sometimes I feel like I'm going cuckoo sat in my office just talking away into this microphone in the hope that someone will listen at the other end. Manifestation often involves emotional and mental work, such as overcoming limiting beliefs, maintaining a positive mindset. And a group setting often provides a safe space for people to express their emotions, share the struggles, receive constructive feedback. That emotional and mental support can be crucial in maintaining the high vibrational state needed for successful manifestation. But overall, I just think that group manifestation just harnesses that collective energy and that wisdom and that support of multiple people. And it just makes it such a powerful approach to achieving goals. And by coming together with a shared intention, we can amplify our manifestation efforts. We can overcome our obstacles. We can achieve incredible outcomes. Now, whether that be through, meditation circles, meetups, or even community online memberships, the power of group manifestation is kind of testament to the strength of collective effort and unity. So if you've taken nothing from this episode, take this. Get yourselves out there. Get meeting people. It doesn't have to be as scary as some people make out. So whether it be online in a like-minded community, or whether it be face-to-face at a little meetup like the one that I did, just do some research in your local area. Try joining some like-minded people because honestly, it will change your life. So I hope that you all resonated with this and I hope that you took something from it. I just really believe in the power of us coming together. If you think back to, the Salem witch trials and things like that, when they used to get together in secret because otherwise they would be burnt at the stake, they harnessed their collective energy. They harnessed their collective intentions to create powerful spells and rituals. Now today, we can do the same with our modern practices, of manifestation, meditation, crystal healing, whatever it is. When we come together with a shared purpose, our collective energy becomes a force to be reckoned with. Now, each of us contributes our own unique vibration, and that's going to create a harmonious and potent field of energy. And this is why group manifestation is so effective, because it's not just about one person's desires, it's about that combined power of many. So whether you're part of an online community or a local meetup group, just remember that you're tapping into something ancient and powerful. Our ancestors knew the importance of coming together, and it's something that we can continue to benefit from today. So keep connecting, keep sharing, and keep manifesting your dreams. Right, one last thing before I head off to enjoy a couple of days break. My Manifesting Money Masterclass has 50% off this weekend only. Yes, you heard it right, 50. All you need to do is head to cannycrystalsacademy.co.uk, hit the Manifesting Money Masterclass from the available courses, and enter the discount code at checkout. The discount code is the word mindset. Okay, MINDSET, and you will get 50% off, and it's this weekend only. It's a wild one because I honestly can't remember the last time that I had discounted this much, but you can even spread the cost over 3 payments at that 50% off too. So please go and join. We've had some amazing wins. We've had some amazing breakthroughs even from students in the course in the last few months. If you're signed up to the Academy newsletter, you'll also receive an email tomorrow on Saturday with a video of some testimonials. Go and give it a watch when you get that email because I just love hearing how it's helped people. That was the only reason that I wanted to start this. I wanted it to help people. I wanted the podcast to help people. I wanted crystals to help people. I wanted the Academy to help people. And I just love hearing all your stories. I love it. If that's not quite for you, but you still want to do some self-development, don't forget I've also got my free money mindset workshop, and that's next Friday, the 31st of May at 6 p.m. UK time. So don't miss out on that as well. And to get your free space for that, all you need to do is head to cannycrystalsacademy.co.uk/workshop. And don't forget, you can also get 10% off all crystals using the discount code, which is the word podcast, at checkout on the main website. And please, if you've enjoyed this episode, feel free to share on your story. Feel free to send it to a friend that you think would like to listen, or even just leave me a review. They're all free ways that you can help this pod grow to new heights. I apologise for a bit of a shorter episode this week, but, I'm on holiday. I wasn't even going to record anything, but I thought, hey, consistency is key, isn't it? We know this with the law of attraction. So I've chucked together this episode based on my last experience. I will be back with a bang next Friday. I hope that you've had fun. Have a lovely weekend, everyone, and I'll see you all next Friday for another episode. Take care, guys. Bye.